But the question is, why do we still read Shakespeare's prime work? Julius Caesar is a great work. It is just wonderfully crafted and written by Shakespeare, and there are many reasons why it resonates with us modern-day audience and modern-day political discourses, not only because it's a great work of literature, but also wonderfully detailed characters and exquisite language paints and portrays so much wisdom of the human condition. Shakespeare paints his characters in multifarious way that we can all relate to multiple characters in these works. Whether through an exploration of self-identity or recognizing some of these characters in our daily life experiences, help us relate to these characters. We can see tyranny in today's political discourse, betrayal in our lives. We all want to be good leaders for our communities and good citizens for our countries. And I would like to talk about how do I also approach to this text in my class. When my students and I explore the play, I always ask them how they resonate with the play and with the themes. They complete an election campaign project where they must choose one of the characters and create an election campaign for the character. The purpose of this activity is to help students understand the mind of the characters, so they will practice their oral skills and learn how to discuss and argue, and also decide who is the best candidate to lead their society and country. For students and for us, it is important to keep in mind and visualize the ancient world. To help them understand the pulse of such a life, I assign primary sources, such as Suetonius, to teach students about the historical accounts of Caesar to enrich their understanding of him as a person and discuss why Shakespeare may have included some elements of these accounts and disregarded others, perhaps based on dramaturgical considerations, perhaps for more social purposes, so as to harmonize his play with the prevailing politics of his day, which ultimately will enrich their understanding of the text and both ancient and Elizabethan areas. Allow me to end our discussion with some final remarks. Being the grand master of portraying human psychology and reality, Shakespeare not only presents us the ideals, but also shows us the ways men and women behave and what really motivates them. Jealousy in Othello, love and hate in Romeo and Juliet, honor, duty, courage, and ambition in Julius Caesar are some of the basic human instincts we all find in us. In Criminal Types in Shakespeare, Auguste Gall states, and I quote, "It is of no importance that Shakespeare lived 300 years ago. To him, no psychological problem seems unknown, and he solves them as if in play. He leads us with an equally firm hand to the highest summits and the deepest abysses of the soul. In an age when men hardly yet put the question why to the physical world around them, he had both put and answered it in the domain of the mind, in the human being's own soul." End quote. As in the case of Brutus, we see that. Therefore, even 500 years later, Shakespeare is still universal and his texts are considered transformative.